sweet chocolate. If I look like I've been dragged through a hedge backward, it's because I have twice over this morning. You cannot make this morning up. It is like something out of a goddamn movie. Had we been remaking Home Alone, the cat version, I think would be raking the box office in. You can't make this morning up. So the intention today, morning, by the way, it is, I don't even know, it's Monday. It's Monday 16th March. So far this morning we have had a 7:30 a.m. wake up call with two cats doing the zoomies on me like I'm the goddamn play park. And like literally, like I'm all tucked up under the quilt, all like cozy, and they're jumping around and using my body as a bounding board. So that woke me up anyway. And then lots of purring in my face, only to see Toes quite proudly showing off the fact that he has escaped his surgery suit and was being very, very jolly and himself and just enjoying the fact that he had this freedom. He really did hate that suit being on. So got up, came downstairs, and then tried to make a cup of coffee, went to sit down to have a cup of coffee. Peanut then decided to jump over the table, spilt coffee everywhere. Then while we were tidying that up, she then decided to... No, we were trying to trim off a mat that he had got under his suit. So we tried to trim that off. I could only get half of it done. It was quite a thick one. So we were trying literally like two churro tubes. That's a mouthful. Two churro tubes later. We hadn't even got it all off. We'd just done the best that we could. By this time, I'd then gone to sit down. She comes flying down the stairs and John's like, Bon, I need a hand. And she's got a turd hanging off her back leg fur. Another chunk has fallen down the hallway stairs. So we're trying to get that off of her. She hates things like that. So I'm trying to clean her off with a damp bit of kitchen roll. She's not having any of it. I'll get the worst of it off. That's my light. Another churro tube later, just to get her sorted out. Another churro tube later, just to get her sorted out. This is horrendous. Like, why? Why can't things just... Do you know what? You can watch me in the dark. We can have dark hours with doodles. That's how it's going to happen. Another churro tube later. And a bit of peanut butter, which she wasn't interested in, which was really annoying. I ended up having to chop the fur down the back. I need to get clippers specifically so we can shave the back of their legs and their butthole. Yes, we have to do that. They're ragdolls. So John goes up to clean the box upstairs. I start cleaning the one in the kitchen. I haven't even had my cup of coffee we all know how much I need my coffee. As I start cleaning, Toes goes, cheers, Mum, now I need a poop. So I step back to allow him to continue, and Toes has just leisurely laid underneath my feet. I've got hard back slippers on. They're not soft. She yelps at me, very unhappy, runs away. Okay, this is going really, really well. I'm swearing at the top of my voice. We then cook breakfast with the cats around our feet. Finally sit down to eat some breakfast and try and have some of my cold coffee. To then, the way our corner sofa is, if you sit in the corner, which is my favourite spot, because ADHD, I need to have stuff around me. So we have a table that sits over the sofa so the stuff can sit on there, like the remote, somewhere to put my coffee, blah, blah, blah. But to do that, we have to put the feet down where my son sits. Otherwise, it sits right next to each other and you can't get in. And I start putting that down. Next thing I know, I hear scratch, 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 this god-awful noise. I'm never going to forget that noise. And his toes stuck under the bloody sofa. Why these sofas don't have a sensor or something on them, especially when they're electric. that it stops if there's a blockage of some kind. I will never know, you know, God forbid children or babies or whatever. So that was horrible because the noise was horrible. So that's traumatized him. He's run off into the kitchen. I feel guilty as shit. So I'm trying to like calm him down and get him over to me so he knows I'm not the mean person, and give him lots of loves and hugs and a bit of my bacon just to, you know, because I'm feeling guilty as sin. I finally sit down to eat my goddamn breakfast, and it's amazing how bad guilt can make your breakfast taste. It's just been such a bloody morning. And then I had to cancel my physio appointment because it had been double booked with my son's POTS appointment. So I don't think I need it anyway. Turns out the mattress is a miracle cure, and the nerve impeachment by the looks of it was down to the mattress. So it is 11 a.m. This all started at 7:30 a.m. I am now in the office to finish. That's all I'm going to show you, because if you haven't seen the separate video, it will be on a separate video. So I need to get this finished so I can tidy my desk so we can start cracking on for the rest of the vlog this week. After all that, you can tell this isn't going to be, it will be a body double, but it won't be a chilled body double. So this week entails starting to prep for the snail mail rewards, for the download rewards. Don't forget that if you are part of the Doodles Connection Club, if you come into the Discord, that is where your downloads are. Because at the moment it's easier to do it that way than it is to try and get it linked out, until I can figure that out. But for Mother's Day, which was yesterday for us, hubby got me this little build kit. So I thought this could be a nice little work with me video where I just build this. It might take me a few days, but you know, for the video it might just be a nice long one, something that you can work alongside. So the vlog, the actual vlog focus will be getting the letters, the actual physical thank you stuff that I send out to say thank you for being a digital subscriber. Editing this video. There is another already, I'm pretty sure it's ready to go, work with me video. So even if I end up posting twice this week, it doesn't matter. I'm starting to waffle now. I need to, I had it all in my head. I've started to look at MCM prep. I have paid. I'm now officially in MCM. So that is May. So we'll start working through some of the stuff as well in the vlogs about the things I'll be making, taking and figuring out when we hit MCM. So there's a few things that I want to 3D print, and there's a couple of things that I need to 3D print for the hallway, as I want to make my own like key holder. So I thought that might be quite fun to do. So today really is just finishing the snail off, heading to my appointment, maybe just figuring stuff out, because honestly, like having stuff like that, on a serious note, when you're neurospicy, having stuff like that, I literally need fucking trauma therapy from this morning. It will, I've got nothing to regulate now. I'm hoping the snail will help me regulate, because this morning was such a 3,000 miles per hour morning that my brain is ready to shut down. It's taking me everything to come and sit in this office and just try and get something done. So like I say, I'm hoping some nice music, get the snail finished, then I can get the video edited, and then we can concentrate on just vlogging for the rest of the week. So that is pretty much all I'm going to say on the matter. It is Tuesday and it is 8:15, and I've been out here since 12-ish, I think. And I have managed to somehow, I switched the world off The cat's had to go out for a walk a couple of times, as you will see in the videos, and she was very demanding once we wouldn't let her out for like the 56th time because I had to get on with stuff. But I have managed to get 12 reels edited, even with the wording on. I'm just about to do the... I think I'm really tired. I'm actually not wording right now. What am I doing? What am I not doing? Ugh, burnout. I am doing the thumbnail to the next body double video, which is actually really cute. I think it's going to be one of those ones that you just like shove on in the background anytime you want to have an hour of just getting stuff done. It has got a timer on it, this particular one, because it can be used for studying and all sorts of stuff. So essentially it really is just a get work done style vlog, but with the breaks in there. And I think it's important to have the breaks because I'm as guilty as anybody of like spending hours like today not having a break. And if you haven't yet, hydrate, bitches. Let's just get some drink down, shall we? So I am going to finish the thumbnail, wait for the video to upload. I have taken some pictures and a bit of video of the snail done in the garden. It looks so freaking cool. I'm so happy with it. That will again be a separate video. Should have already actually gone out, depending on what order I send these out in. Hubby had a bit of an accident a couple of days ago, so he's going to be off for the rest of the week now, which hopefully isn't going to delay what I'm getting done, but it should be fine. He's smashed his toe up quite royally, quite spectacularly. Apparently he was screaming for me, but I was indoors because he told me to go put something in the kitchen or office, I don't remember, but I couldn't hear him. Anywho, I'm going to get that done. Like I say, it's now 10 to 8 now. I've waffled on a bit. I haven't had lunch yet, dinner, although I'm not particularly hungry. The cats have literally been sat next to me for the last, 3 hours? 4 hours? Look at this cuteness. I'm going to film it on the other camera. There we go. Look at this floofy pile right here happening. They're like living their best. It's not even a particularly big spot. I really need to get one of those cat things that stick on the side of the desk. But they are some very happy pussy cats. I can't remember what I've just said now because I keep waffling. I've tried to be really productive, and I've spent the last couple of days getting some scripts together, getting some ideas together, and just doing like this batch editing. So I've got videos for at least a week, which doesn't sound a lot, but I don't post every day anyway. But I've managed to get them up onto YouTube because the plan obviously is to try and grow the YouTube. So any interaction, any comments, any thumbs up, anything like that just does my channel a massive favour. I don't often like asking, but hit the bloody like button. Only joking, but it would very much be appreciated. The intention is to try and make more of an income with my YouTube, because a girl's got to make some money. Switching off now. Tomorrow is... I don't know what we're doing tomorrow. We've got to finish the hallway off. So I might spend the morning doing that and then the afternoon in here. And I think tomorrow really is going to have to be...
Skinny.
What are you doing? You. can't quite get the colour of the purple I want, so I'm going to add some more colours, and we're just going to do a little bit of wizardry until we get the colour that I want for this bit of wood for the coats in the hallway. I'm hoping, since I got the fancy schmancy mic, that we're going to reduce some of the spring and summer noises that we're now going to be hearing in the vlogs going forward, like we did last year with the mowing and the strimming and the barking and bleh. So someone's strimming at the moment. They've been doing it. They're doing next door's garden, bless her. She's elderly. I don't mind that. Somebody's got to help her. We help when we can, but she can be a bit stubborn, bless her. So when we offer to do things, she generally turns us down. So today is Wednesday, 18th of March, is 12:15. We have so far this morning been up to the vet. Toes has had his all clear appointment. She thinks that the swelling that he had is a reaction to the stitches underneath. Apparently there would have been a few layers with stitches, so they expect after about 6 weeks that they will die down. If not, they'll check again. But she agreed that he is going to be a big boy. He's got big paws that he's still growing into. That's done. I woke up really early this morning. If you're squeamish, look away. I got hubby to take a picture of my eye because I actually thought like it felt like rose thorns under my eyelid. It was so painful and I couldn't open my eye. Really, really sore. It kept watering. It was really swollen. So I got him to take a photo and I'll put it up here. And I honestly didn't think I would get through the rest of the day, but I just, this morning before the vet, because I was up quite early because of the pain, before the vet, I just thought I'm just going to sit and we're just going to watch TV and I'm just going to ignore it and keep my eye closed for a bit, see what happens. And then it got nearer to the vet, something is not getting any better, but luckily it did. Now it's very dry and my focus is a bit blurry, but it's a lot better, so I can at least crack on with some work. I'm going to go through my diary in a minute, but the first thing I want to do is I want to make a video for the old Tiki-Toki to go out, and it can be used on a reel as well. I thought I might just film me filming the video, making the video, just so you can see maybe some of how I do it. I don't know. I tried to be really productive yesterday. I got loads of videos done. I was really tired and my words are still a bit slurry today, and being able to get information out isn't always very clear. But that's the joy of the old autism and the old chronic illness. We're just gonna, I guess we're just gonna get the video done. So at least I've got something to put out. I'm being moaned at by my algorithm that I'm not posting enough on TikTok. And honestly, I think where I've lost my way a little bit, I just don't know what to post. But apparently my engagement is very good. Doesn't feel like it, but apparently my engagement is very good. And although like it doesn't look like I've shifted in followers, apparently the growth is medium. So it's not the worst. So that was a nice little pick me up this morning. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to stop rabbiting on. Right, let's see if I can. My phone battery is dying. No, I'm going to do it on this one, wasn't I? Clear the camera. I'm not sure. Maybe it is doable. It's really frustrating because this stupid thing doesn't go that way, and it's annoying because I'd like it to have the option, but it doesn't do it. So I don't know. I need to get a proper decent mini tripod, and I don't have one. It might be okay. I'm going to film it and see what we can do. If only it was this easy. Then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, done. I think I'm overcomplicating it, so I'm just going to leave it as simple as the palette, the art. So we can literally have the pen here. I can possibly do a hit the paper transition. So if we get it in place, pull that back a bit that way. The palette, the art. I'll zoom in a bit. The palette. Okay. The palette. Do that a few times. Palette. We can do a different one, which would be the palette, the art. So the book stays in the same place, and the pen comes back. I think we were like there, and then the art. Let's see what that one looks like. Be the palette, and then the art. We're Wednesday. Release the body double video, so I've got to do that. I'll set that live in a moment to go live at, I think it always says between 3 and 5, but I don't think it is. They tend to do better when I do them a bit later at night, so I might do it for 6 and see what. Although we're Wednesday, we're midweek. I'll do it for 5 o'clock, see how we get on. So I'm going to do that now, and then I'm going to edit the snail video, so that hopefully would be out and you would have already watched it. Although I was hoping to get the vlog out first, so now I don't know. Maybe this week I just end up releasing 3 videos. I don't know. I've had an idea for some future videos, not necessarily vlog ones. And I was thinking maybe doing like some sketchbook tours and things like that. Actually, I think it might be quite a nice way for me to go through my artwork and see, like, maybe some can go up on the website for sale. Make sure there's ones that have been scanned in, because there's a few I haven't scanned in. Another project I want to do, I'm going to write it on the projects, is I want to laminate a lot of the designs that I've done for the needle punching, because they're literally all just folded up and bundled over there, and I want to laminate the ones that I know work really well as a pattern, so it saves me having to print them off unless I want a bigger size. So that's going to be a job. So Asana check I need to do now, so I'm going to open that up while I'm yabbiting. I did the reels. There's a video format one that I want to do today. I might get that done today as well. You'll see what I mean. I'll pop it in. I'll pop a little demo of what I mean by that. It's a frame 4 showing off drawings, so it's a little bit more interesting way of doing it. I think it will be. So I have finished the hallway. That will be done today. launch the body double video. I need to start doing the 6x4 commissions. So I think tonight I'm going to go live on TikTok and we're going to start working through the 6x4 commissions. So what I need to do, if I do a big star, what I need to do is sort reference photos and get them printed off, or actually 6x4 I can probably trace it straight off the iPad. So hopefully I can get the first one done of that today. So first things first is a sauna. So let's do a bit of body doubling to stop me getting distracted. Just trying to watch the body double vlog in double speed because it's 1 hour 25 because it's got 25-minute timer. So you do 25 minutes, then you have 5-minute break, blah blah blah. So I'm got that on double speed, so I'm going to be watching that while I'm going to be working. But I'm going to be making my own key stand for the hallway. And I need to get back into the zone of the 3D printing stuff because I've got a couple of projects in mind for MCM. So that's going to be quite fun, I think. And I got some really, really nice matte colours, didn't I? So I'm going to use them. But I've got it in my head, and don't hold me to this because you know exactly what I'm like. I will say I want to do something and I don't do it. But I have a feeling that I want to do this. Anywho. I'm going to use my old UV-DTF. I've got the voids. I've got the burst of diverse. Now, hear me out. And I think when you see the one I'm going to do finished, you'll probably think, actually, that's a legit good idea. And I think it's going to be a way of using these up. So when they're done, they're done. There's no way they're going to become popular in that sense. But I think I'm going to, well, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to 3D print his shape. I'm going to raise that slightly. Then I'm going to have the bit that's going to hold the keys lower. I'll pop video up here of the screen screen recording I did, so you can see what I mean. But I'm gonna do it so I can put these on the top. I wanted something really fun in my hallway. I'm fed up with boring crap, and I wanted something that no one else is going to have. So I'm going to 3D print that off, put this on the base, put the DTF on the base. Then I'm going to make my own pegs for it in a different colour because I just want it to be really nice and colourful. If this works, and I have a feeling it will, but if this works and it looks good, I think I'm going to offer, I'm just going to make the ones I've got and have a limited set of key holders for the hallway. I just think it'd look really, really nice. And I'm fingers crossed it's going to work. So I'm going to work on getting that built while we just wait for the last bit of paint to dry. And then hopefully it's something we can put up all together this evening so I can give you a final shot. So you would have already watched a lot of what's happened with regards to designing this in Illustrator. It's just a case of getting the printer on. It's already on now. I've got the green for the base and then I've got the blue for the pegs. Then that will be another job off my mind finished. And then that means that later today, I think I'm going to start printing off the Snail Mail Club. You heard me say that out loud, Mr. Coffee Man.
Yeah, what was it?
Dick. Did you generally not hear?
Something about the time.
Something about time?
Yeah, time. Sorry, I was concentrating on something over there.
What, your game?
No, look.
A game. By tonight, I want to have the print and the colouring sheets printed off for the Snail Mail Club. Did you hear that?
By tonight, you can print off the sheets for the Snail Mail Club.
Yes, if I say it out loud and I've got somebody to hold me accountable, which he won't because he will forget, because that's what he does.
Get what?
Yeah, exactly that. Anyway, I'm going to get designing.
Yeah.
I will remember to press the record button one day. Luckily, I flipped these, so when they print upside down. So this will be against the wall because annoyingly, I'm pretty sure this is moisture in the filament, but it seems to be only happening in certain areas because this happened earlier when I messed up. Apparently the fill was 0. This definitely has more fill, but yeah, it's a bit annoying. I'm going to have my dinner now, but I'm going to get the other one going. I'm going to show you. These curved bits, because it's the only way that I can actually fit it. I hope this is recording my audio. This is the only way that I could fit it on my print bed. It's really annoying. It's doing, can you see? It's a bit annoying. I'm quite tempted to change the filament. I might tweak a couple of options on the printer. Okay, I'm just eating dinner, but I'm trying to, I think, for some reason, support materials was on. And I wonder whether there was some issue going on with it trying to do support material, which it doesn't actually need. So I've turned all of that off. So we're going to try again. And to be honest, at this point, I'm just going to accept that that's what it looks like. Okay, something really odd is happening. This is the third time that I have tried to print, and it's basically, I'm going to wait for it to cool down. It's basically printing with no infill, which makes no sense because my print settings have a 10% infill and it's not printing any infills
there's no infill
whatsoever. So even though I'm saving it and it's saved with a 10% infill, it's not printing the infills. So I don't actually know. I'm actually losing my complete and utter rag. It's still not printing very smooth on the base either. There's clearly something going on with my settings. No infill has been put in that whatsoever. So what's happening is it's stringing from one end to the other. I can literally just, because there's no infill, there's no support for the top layer, which is why I'm having so many issues. I don't understand. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. So I'm going to have to go and do a little bit of Googling. I just want to get stuff done. That's all I want to do. I think at this point I'm going to take the settings from another project, because what I don't understand is... No, I just don't understand. I am going to take it from the yarn holder because I know that that has infill. So if I've imported them settings, I'm hoping that means that the other settings will be nicer too, because it's just, when it comes to putting the DTF stuff on, and the microwave's all over here, so I'm going to be all muffled. When it comes to putting the DTF on, I need it to be a solid base because you have to rub quite hard. That's what she said. So I need to make sure we've got a nice smooth surface that can really take the rubbing and not crack or break under the pressure. So we'll see how this one goes. I think we're on the last layer. I'm pretty sure we've got 3 layers for the bottom, but it already looks better. We'll check in a minute to see if it's printing the other bits. We are printing the infill, although that still looks like it's 20% and it should only be 15, but at this point I don't actually care anymore. It's printing, so yay! Right, it's done it and it's printed pretty smooth. The bottom layer still isn't quite right, which is frustrating because I flipped it purposely. So we had the nicer layer the other way round, but I would say that the flipping top layer is better than the bottom layer, which never happens. I don't know what planet I was on yesterday, but it clearly was not this one. And I still don't quite know how I've done it. I don't know. I haven't worked it out. I think I have, but I'm not sure. Basically, I just resized the wrong component. I shouldn't have resized both. So we're going to try again today, and I'm going to sort out the layering, because the layer heights I think are causing the issue. And I'd also like, I think, I'm going to show you, I'm going to switch you around and show you so you can see what I mean. So this is the offending party, and I'm hoping we're going to focus today. First of all, you can see the grid underneath, so I need to add a couple more layers on top, because this isn't going to give me enough to be able to get a decent adhesion This is the underside, which is what I was going to use, because generally this is the nicer side. But even, I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up. I don't know if we can see that. But even on here, there is a clear difference in the lines. It's like it might, I'm wondering if the bed's not hot enough. I don't know. I need to tweak some settings. But I messed up in the sense that it's massive. Like it doesn't even, it's way too big for the design. Like the whiskers, it's nowhere near the whiskers. I've no idea. I don't think it's that way round. No, look, so if the whiskers were where they're supposed to be, then the teeth aren't in the right place and the wings are too big. So I think what I did was, when I resized this, I didn't think that if I was going to resize this at the same time that it was going to cause issues. So I think what I'm going to do is pull my hair out. I need to start again. I'm going to make these smaller as well. I think these are too big. By the time we put something in this size, it's going to be too big. So I'm going to probably halve these. And yeah, back to the drawing board. I swear at this point you can't make this up. I just actually don't know. So it fits. That fits inside. That was measured correctly. This was measured correctly. Yet somehow the cat fits. So if I move the cat, wiggle the cat fits. The wings don't. Make that make sense. Also, printer problems again. We're getting roller marks. I've cleaned the roller. I've had to go over the settings again and again and again to try and figure this out. So there's going to be a lot of B grade prints, and I've tried to print on two sides just to try and figure out what's going on, but there's no way I can put them in the Snail Club. They're going to have to go as B grades at MCM. Lost the game of yarn chicken. Did do too badly, but we've got to get it loaded. Today it's not going well. I didn't even click that when I press the print button, which is a shame because actually they look flipping cool. It was the original file where they're too big, so now they don't fit. So now I've got to set the printer up again. We played yarn chicken, which is so annoying because they do actually legit look really nice. I do want the purple though, I think. Or do I want the blue? I don't bloody know anymore. Honestly, my brain has just had enough today. I think we're going to go with purple. So I'm going to go change the filament over. remember how long it's been, but I officially have to refill my printer. I didn't realise actually quite how low it was. So before I carry on printing the rest of the sheets, I'm going to get that done. I've got all of the prints that I need to get done for the next few clubs and whatever's going to come to MCM. I've started doing the colouring sheets, but I didn't realise quite how low it was. So we're just going to do that now. It's Friday 20th and it's already 3:20 and I've only just managed to get in the office. Yes, I'm wearing the same jumper as the other days, but this is my office jumper. So it is what it is. We've just been, hubby had a doctor's appointment this morning to have his dressing changed on his toe. The kiddo went in at 12 odd to have blood tests. Then we had to go food shopping. Then, because they wanted to go for a bit of a drive, because one's home from having a bit of a mentee bee day, we went for a bit of a drive over a couple of towns over just to, I'm so done with today. Sorry. I'm a bit overstimulated today, so I'm struggling a bit. So I'm not going to put any pressure on myself to get loads done, but what I am going to do is do a live on the old tickety tocky, I think, because I need to set up YouTube with my different camera ideally because of the quality. So I think at the moment for this particular live feed, I'm just going to go live on TikTok. It's just easier at this point. Then when I do the coloured pencil one, I maybe try and set that up on Tube. But that's pretty much all I'm going to do today is I'm going to get the first commission at least 50% done. It's graphite, so I should be able to get it all done, but minimum of 50%. And it's been so long since I've done any of this. I'm actually really worried that I've forgotten what I'm doing. So I may end up redrawing it if it turns out that tragically bad. And I've just remembered I've left my kit bag next door. So I've got to go got to go get that. I have made myself an iced coffee. I've got my paper. I've got to pull out the pencils. So we're just going to pop my music on, get sorted, and then go live. That's the plan, and I can charge my microphone while we're doing all of that. Completely lost with where I am with vlogging at the moment. I can't remember what I have, what I haven't done. It has been at least a week since I was able to talk to the camera like this and have any sort of functional vlog stuff going. But we did get something cute for the cats. It's quite windy out there at the moment, so as you can tell, there's Safi in there. Yeah. Safi, come on. It's really windy. Hang on, rescue mission. Here, baby. Look, let me unzip this. Safi. It's going to go the other way, isn't it? Just to be awkward. Here, baby.
I'm going to put these down.
Safi. Safi, here. No, she's going to go out that way. This way, baby. Come here. She can't work out. She can go in. Safi. Come on, you silly sausage. So, yeah, it's a bit windy out here. Like, we've had some nice sun and now it's blowing everywhere. So I'm just going to help Sneezy Man put it down. Hang on. So, yeah, mega windy out there. So, plans for today is finally edit the snail video because I want to get that up today because it's been way too long. I'm going to get that done. I'm going to work on the sublimation ribbon, and depending on how I am later, I might actually do a live feed. If I can get it fixed on YouTube, I'm going to get a live feed up finishing one of the cat commissions, because if you've been watching on TikTok, I've got 3. I've done 1. And then I've just got to check on a couple of orders. One of them is happy for it to go out with her commission. The other one, I just need to get sorted. So I'm hoping the rest of this week we'll be concentrating on finishing those and starting to get the letter prep, because between kids being off, sorting out the house and other stuff, and I've got actually quite a mental load thing happening this week, and I have got to do it this week. I haven't got a choice. So it's just been a bit weird. The whole vlogging thing's been a bit weird, and I don't know how much in reality I should or want to share when it comes to all the personal stuff. I know you like a good mix, but you know, there's some stuff that, you know, we just don't want to share. So I did, however, wherever it is, buy another gold ball. I got my, what did I get? My prawn, ebi tempura. I got my ebi tempura. I got the kids a couple of just really tiny little Easter presents. I found a nice dairy-free Easter egg for Victor, who is currently visiting a castle today, watching people do some Tudor dancing. So yeah, not very exciting, but here we are. So I got 3 sides. I didn't realise quite how small these were. I wasn't expecting them to be that small. And I was hoping that they would fit like things like quote the month and that in. And it sort of does. Like that one's a bit too big. But the loyalty cards again are going to be too big. So the plan was... What the chuff is...
Which one would you like?
yeah, they ended up being really, really tiny. So I thought actually these could be used for when I send off, like when you're a new sub, you get the bigger version of that sticker. And then the little life stamps of my artwork and bits like that, I thought they could go in there. Also, what? Oh, also the loyalty stickers that go out as well for the people to put on their loyalty cards. So all of those I can put in the itty bitty one just so it stays together, and when people open it, it doesn't all fall out. Then all the prints and everything will be put in the bigger glassine bags. Then it all gets wrapped up with the letter around it. That's the plan. So I'm going to just stamp all the prints now. Quite tempted to keep these and think of something for MCM. These might be quite good. I don't know what yet. I think I do know what actually, but that's an MCM vlog. That's a different time vlog. Little Peanut is coming up to say hello. I assume she's going to want to wander over there, and like there's stuff everywhere still, because like I say, it's just been a week. It really has just been a week, and there again has been no routine, there's been no consistency, and I really struggle with that, as we know. It's a full-blown neurodivergent thing. Hello, baby girl. Hello. So let's get packing them. Hair gets crazier in every vlog where it's just growing out. I need to find some ideas about what to do with this mop, because it's getting very annoying now, and upkeep for colouring and that, the longer it gets, just the worse it is. But I found the one I wanted, the Epi Tempura, so we're going to do that while I'm waiting for a 9-hour video to save. Oh dear. I forgot to film an outro, and this is really bad quality because I just do it quickly on my phone. It's now Sunday. I'm literally like so close to finishing editing the vlog to be able to get it up. It will probably be released either tomorrow, Monday, or Wednesday. I'm not entirely sure yet. So whenever you see this, that's when I've released it. So that is it from me for this vlog, and then the next vlog we're going to be concentrating on some of the mug rug stuff, because there's a few that I might make for MCM, so I just want to get them prepped so I'm a little bit more ready. But that is it. I shall see you in the next one. Bye.